All right, today we're going to deconstruct a short but really powerful monologue called a spark. It's a fascinating peek into the entire creative process, from that very first flicker of an idea all the way to becoming a full-blown life philosophy. So let's dive in and see how it all unfolds.
It all kicks off with this line, a feeling every single creator out there knows deep down. That quiet, that waiting. You're not sitting in literal darkness, of course, but in a creative one. Just hoping for something, anything really, to get the ball rolling.
And this state, we can call it the creative void. It's not really an empty space, but more like a space filled with anticipation. Think of it like the silence right before the music starts, or the blank page just before you write that first word. It's a moment of pure, patient potential.
So, what exactly is this spark we're talking about? Well, it's not some grand, divine moment of inspiration. Nope. It's small, it's simple. In this story, it's just a rhyme that comes to mind. It's a great reminder that the biggest creative fires often start from the tiniest, most random little thought. And then, from that tiny little spark, bam! A total explosion of energy. The metaphors used here are just perfect. A lion is born, you can just feel that raw, wild power. And writing up a storm, which perfectly captures that frantic, unstoppable flow state. Suddenly, that quiet void is gone, and it's replaced by pure creative force.
Okay, so the storm passes, the lion is out there on the page. What's next? Well, you share it with the world. And that's when you run right into the inevitable and, let's be honest, often brutal reality of feedback.
And this slide just nails the two extremes you almost always get. On one side, you have the highest possible praise. A star is born. Just pure adoration. And on the other, the most casual, soul-crushing dismissal. Don't quit your day job. There's almost never a middle ground, and every creator has to learn how to deal with that kind of whiplash.
But the creator's response to that criticism isn't despair. It's this unbelievably grounded, practical statement. The thinking is, hey, the passion needs to be funded, right? This isn't about ego, it's about sustainability. That dose of realism is such a crucial part of the creative journey.
And this brings us to a huge turning point in the whole monologue. If the creator isn't going to be crushed by criticism and isn't just doing this for the praise, then what's the actual point of it all? What's the real reward for all this work? This question is what pivots the entire piece away from external validation and toward an internal purpose.
And here is the answer. This is the core thesis of the whole thing. Success has absolutely nothing to do with how good or bad any single piece of work is. It's a complete rejection of that idea that one project, one moment defines who you are as a creator. So, the monologue gives us this totally new definition of success. It's not a single moment, it's a marathon. It's the outcome of showing up day after day and putting in the work consistently. The quality of any one piece is just a data point. The real success is found in the persistence.
You see, this isn't just a new definition. It's a declaration of faith in the process itself. It's this deep belief that if you just keep going, if you stay consistent, then success, by this new definition, isn't just possible, it's pretty much inevitable. It becomes a matter of when, not if.
And it turns out this whole creative mindset is really just one part of a much bigger life philosophy, and it's all summed up perfectly in this one idea, approaching each day as a student. Always being open, always learning, and always ready to grow. So what does being a student of life actually look like in practice? Well, it's about paying attention to the small details. It's about embracing your mistakes as lessons. It's about being relentlessly curious and taking every chance you get to learn something new. And, of course, it's about engaging fully with the world and living life to the fullest. This is the fuel not just for creative work, but for personal growth.
You can basically boil this entire philosophy down to 4 simple, actionable steps. It's like a daily cycle, right? You observe the world around you, you learn from it, you live in it completely, and through that whole process, you can't help but improve.
So after all that, the spark, the storm, redefining success, the daily practice, what's the ultimate goal? It's not fame, it's not stardom, it's this: so I can be a better man tomorrow. The entire creative process just becomes a tool for self-improvement. It's simple, it's profound, and it's deeply human.
Okay, so let's trace that journey one last time. It all starts with a tiny spark, just a quiet thought. That spark ignites a creative storm. Navigating the feedback from that storm leads to this powerful realization about what success really is. And that realization eventually hardens into a complete philosophy for how to live your life. It's an incredible evolution, all from a single little rhyme.
And that leaves us with this final thought. This whole monologue is a testament to an internal drive. It's about creating for yourself, on your own terms. So the real question for all of us, I think, is what could we achieve if we stopped looking for that external validation, that permission, and just focused on our own spark?